Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the world of Menedegia. This is Power Word Quest's weekly Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition live stream campaign. My name is Alex. I'll be your dungeon master this evening. It being our session before Halloween, we are also all dressed up in costume. So I am dressed up as everyone's favorite shadow sorcerer, the King of Svekland, Adrian Vasiliev, who, if you're new to us, is Kieran's character from our last campaign.
I'm honoured that in which you're dressing up as him. My name is Kieran, and I'm playing Thaddeus Grimshaw, the human Great Old One Warlock, who I am also cosplayed as today.
I'm Chloe. I'm playing and also dressed up as Aoife Brannan, the Wizard Shifter.
Hello, my name's Robyn, and I'm playing May Thersis, the Barbarian, and I'm currently dressed up as Power from Chainsaw Man. There you go.
Hi, I'm Elliot, and I play Calvis, the Eladrin Paladin, and I'm dressed up as Oliver, who is my character in Chloe's one-shots of Fever Dreams.
And I'm Lukas, and I play Calver, the Air Genasi Order of Scribes Wizard, and I'm currently dressed up as a Poundland Gojo Satoru.
Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. If this is your first time you've joined us, welcome. We are Power Word Quest. We stream our campaign live on Twitch from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. UK time every Wednesday. You can find us at twitch.tv/PowerWordQuest.
We also upload our our episodes onto YouTube. They are uploaded shortly after the weekly episode, and you can find us at youtube.com/PowerWordQuest.
And if you prefer podcasts, you can find us on your favourite podcasting platforms, Spotify and Google Play.
All right, now that introductions are complete, let's dive right in and play some D&D. So it's our weekly tradition that we have all of our wonderful players roll a d20, and whoever gets the lowest does the recap for us. So let's go ahead and have those rolls.
Who's rolling with advantage?
I think that's
Me.
Chloe, yeah.
Chloe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After last week's performance.
Ooh.
Privately
Okay.
rolled some dice. I don't know what the outcome was.
Oh.
Lucas.
Me with my nat ones, am I right?
I swear to God.
You
What?
have a not great luck.
No.
Did you piss off some old woman on
Yeah,
the street?
you gotta give an offering to RN Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Jesus. Robyn, I think your dice rolls are on Whisper.
Okay.
Oh, I saw it.
Okay. Give me a minute.
I will.
Give me a minute.
They have higher than a 1. I'll say.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to assume that it's me.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen Chloe's yet, but it is possible that
It's
you
a
get.
6.
Is it
It's
okay?
6.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say double ones is possible.
Yeah, it is. 400 to 1,
All right,
but possible.
looks like
Lucas,
it's up to
I have a
Lucas.
suggestion.
Yes?
Since it's the week before Halloween, do it in your spooky voice. The
What's the
spookiest
spooky
voice
voice?
you can do.
Oh, goodness. Quickly, I just do want to say, make sure you've clicked into features and traits on your character sheet, because then it'll hopefully do the Beyond 20 thing. So we'll see your rolls on.
If not, the jigsaw.
Yes.
I did the thing. It's now not on Whispers.
Amazing. Ooh, spooky. Last week we done some more spooky. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Dracula.
That's
Whoa.
okay.
Yes, last week we began the infiltration into this camp with Calver sending forward Nimbus, his trusty familiar horned owl thingy-mabobber, to sort of perceive a small section of the camp using the minor illusion TV screen thing that he can do. And whilst perceiving the area, he saw that the camp is surrounded by a arcane field that will alert things entering, and there is also a wall of force around the entire thing. or something of that nature. And there was a fancily clad man who left the camp out of a tent that gave off just energy, just gave off vibes. And once the man had left through the entrance of the and exit of the camp, Nimbus, after putting on a weird show to try and get food, decided to go investigate this energy tent. And upon entering, was hit with like mad purple glows, which turned out to be massive amounts of mithrite, which, if you do not know, mithrite is a ore that was discovered not so recent, like not so long ago, but
It's about 50 years ago in the
Yeah.
history of the world. It's a super powerful, like concentrated magic crystal that has become a replacement for gold related components in spells.
So we found a fuck ton of that. I don't know if I can swear yet. And sort of messed with Calvera's magical connection with Nimbus. And when they were shunted out, they decided, after like talking for a bit, we'll go after this fancy man. So we tailed him, found him, surprised him with an ambush, and he decided, actually, how about I almost kill everyone, kill one person, and just die later. And he died, correct? I'm not making that better. Right? It was the other guy that
y'all
brought him
killed
back to life.
He's now a pretzel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was pretzelized by psionic energy.
Pretzelized.
And we got some mithrite off of him that Calvis used to somehow revive Calver. And yeah.
All right. So with that, you all are in pretty bad shape. You are still just kind of sitting here on the path, the road of sorts in between the camp and the town. What would you all like to do now?
Perhaps, shall we discuss our plan real quick?
Can we like rest for maybe a little bit whilst I perceive my immortal existence?
I think we can.
Do you have hit dice left?
I think I have one.
What are hit? No.
I mean, I could short rest.
Alright. Let's take a little break.
Maybe
yeah,
we can
I
back up
will
into the woods.
say you all are going to have to find like a place and hunker down before you take a long rest.
No
or
long
short
rest. Short
Short
rest.
Safe place.
Gotcha.
Can we try and find a place in the nearby wooded area that may be
Yeah,
safe?
can I have someone roll a survival check for me?
I'll do it.
Go for it.
I'm just gonna move y'all over here.
Oh well. That's a 19. Yay.
Who am I missing?
Oh yeah.
Where's Thaddeus?
Yeah, where's Thaddeus?
Where is?
Well, I put someone on top of Thaddeus. That's what happened.
Yeah. I can see me.
I stacked, I think, Calvis on top. Oh,
Oh.
and do y'all do anything with the corpse?
It's pretzeled.
I'll kind of
Yeah,
drag it
can you
along
lift it?
with us. Yeah, I'll start dragging it and moving it along with us, just kind of pulling it along,
Gotcha.
finding a place to go.
Did we loot everything that was on there?
I'll lug it over my shoulder first, and then start tugging it along.
Can I get an athletics check from you?
Yeah, of course. There. Well, that was a nat 1.
In case you need that, Elliot.
Cute.
Yeah, you go to lift the body up off the ground, but somehow during its pretzelification, it's become just like really like anchored into the ground. And so he's stuck.
Is this like
Perhaps
in
we
the
should
middle of
just-
the road?
Cover it up.
Yeah.
Can Aoife's still in wolf form, right? Can Aoife like maul it so that it looks like an animal's been at him, and that's what's
Oh.
in it?
Yes. I just let me
Um,
give you a second to think of what I want you to roll for that.
But
Give-
can I first?
Give me.
Can I first ask?
Go ahead. I can't hear you. You cut out.
Oh.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, what part of their body is stuck in the ground?
Um,
And can the
It
rest
look-
be torn off?
God. I
Just
mean, that would
try
require
investigation.
an investigation check.
Are you wanting to do the investigation check first, and
Yeah,
then have
if
to maul?
if you wanna allow this to happen first, that's on you. But you did have your, say your idea first. So.
You,
if
you
I-
can do it. You can do
How
it first.
hungry are you right now? Because honestly, this is a perfect meal for you. I'm not gonna stop you from doing that.
I will say he is
I'm
like
always hungry.
he is like clad
That'll
in
do it.
plate armor and covered in metal.
Oh, yummy!
So,
Great,
Oyster
comes with
like
his own cutlery.
snack. There's a shell.
Iron.
uh,
Very good at iron. Go at it. Get it.
What's the plan? What's the plan, Eva?
I'm going.
Aoife's gonna go num num on the corpse.
Um,
Try and make it
I'll
look
start.
like
I
animals being
need
touched.
you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Got it.
Not watching this.
I'm watching intently.
Do you want me to do
Calvis
it,
is just standing there.
or do you want it just?
You could just
Okay, I'll just do
However.
it then. A 20, a dirty 20.
Nice.
Mon-
Oh shit. I accidentally clicked down. Boundary.
See, now the blood
Um,
makes sense.
Exactly.
Right.
It's all coming
yeah,
together.
I
It's coming
guess.
full circle.
Yeah, it takes you a bit. You just like really crack open the armor, and lo and behold, you left your, like your crab or like lobster, shell tool thingy. You left it at home. So you got to do it with your bare hands. But yeah, you eventually get it in there. And yeah, all that's left is I guess the armor and probably some clothes and his like sword and shield and crap that are all like just a mangled pile of fucking steel at this point.
Thaddeus just retches and throws up at the sight of someone absolutely munching down on a half health.
I feel like
Calvis just pats his
I
back.
feel like we might need to start putting some trigger warnings at the start of this campaign.
Yeah, maybe.
Cannibalism.
Yeah, we
Disgusting.
said cannibalism is a joke, but now we're committing to the bit.
Oh,
Yeah, it started off as a
Oh.
suggestion.
So
Started
now
off as a
you could-
suggestion.
yeah. Now y'all could pretty easily pull what's left, into the woods. So there is just going to be a massive fucking like puddle of blood and gore, in the road. But that's
Will there
all
be
it's just-
Press the
Prestidigitation. Clean it away.
Prestidigitation is the bane of my fucking existence.
You make my throat
Yeah.
taste good.
Cool. Take your short rest, I guess.
Just recovering from the throw up session.
Mentally recovering, yeah.
Oh.
Rest.
I love how this is the party in my campaign, and then the party of all like Yas Queen, like girly pop characters. That's the Drakenheim party.
It's so weird. I love it.
So,
Yeah, I'm at 9 hit points.
That's pretty good for a wizard.
I wasn't hit at all, so I'm on max.
So can we do? Never mind, I didn't have.
I don't think I have hit die left, so I'm just gonna use all of my lay on hands. I think.
beautiful.
Nice.
Cannibalism, fun for the whole family.
Yeah,
Isn't that a
So,
Cards Against Humanity card?
I think so.
Yeah.
No.
So a few hours go by as you do your long rest. And I believe it's been long enough. Not short rest. I keep saying long rest. Short rest. And the sun begins to rise over the horizon just as you are finishing up from your wee nap. What would y'all like to do now?
It's not called
I'm just gonna use my.
It's not called cannibalism. Am I right?
I put the can in cannibalism.
I'm gonna use my last spell slot to cure wounds.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a big FYI.
Yeah.
What do I get back in a short rest? I don't get my rages back.
Yeah, rages are long rest, which is sad.
Oh no.
Sad times.
God.
Oh my god. I can't rage.
So during the short rest, I'm just gonna get everyone's attention and just be like, right, so what's the plan?
Alright, so
Because I thought
I
we
think
were
we
leaving
should.
him alive for questions.
We did ask him questions.
We did. I
Yeah,
have
you
my
guys
answers.
did do speak with Dad.
Sorry, I think I was dead. I can't remember. I've been going through a lot.
You've
Perhaps we
Close.
should just go to the village and just find the prisoners, set the town on fire, go back to the camp, and then steal their food. At least that's
Right.
sounds pretty reasonable.
So we're going to the village.
yes.
Or wherever the prisoners are, really.
You were
Right.
told that they were somewhere in Undir, the town nearby.
Which is a village that we're on our way to.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's where the prisoners are. We were told from Speak with Dead.
Go there.
Okay. How are you all just walking down the road, or what's happening as you make your way there?
I think it would be wise to stick to the side, so try and stick to the foresty area if we
Mhm.
can.
Okay.
Try and stay as
Peaceful.
discreet possible.
Can
I
I
agree.
get a group stealth check then?
Of course.
I have disadvantage on stuff.
Oh,
This is a nice map.
Oh,
God, why is it so? Hold on.
I rolled a 13.
You'll need to turn off.
Oh.
Give me
18.
1 second.
So the stream can see the map as well.
Yeah.
That's cool. You can just let himself.
Yeah, they're supposed to be configured so they turn off when I make it daytime, but that feature hasn't been working for me lately. Anyway, stealth. Okay, yeah, I'll say with your guys' collective roll, you're able to kind of continue skirting through the woods until you start to see the buildings on the outskirts of Undir. It's a quaint little town nestled up against the edge of the woods. Here, frost hasn't quite fallen on the trees yet, but they are well on their way to turning to autumn. There's only a handful of buildings, really. There's no walls here. And as you all move closer, you begin to be able to hear the sounds of some animals, but you don't really hear any people as you start to approach the outskirts of the town.
All right.
I kind of... Usually when it's morning time, people are making breakfast. Can I smell any signs of cooking on the wind?
Make a perception check. You get like a faint whiff. It is still like very early in the morning. So it's not quite bright enough that you'd be able to see clearly the smoke coming out of chimneys, but you get a little bit of whiff of like cooking fires and the like.
Okay, so there's still people.
How many people are on the streets?
From what y'all can see as you approach, there doesn't appear to be anyone on the streets. Soldiers, guards, otherwise.
Right, so
Right, let's put ourselves in the minds of people who hold prisoners, and my assumption would be they would hold them in a place that wouldn't smell like morning cooking.
A place that has the least amount of entrances.
Yep.
It's
One door, property.
the building on the left bottom, but more left, looks the most suspicious to me.
Or down over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm personally
Okay.
thinking
Would be
the
my
one
first
at,
guess.
I'm personally
Oh, yeah, fair.
at the table thinking of one at the top right.
Yeah, I'm out
I
of the
don't
way.
know what is it we can see as like in character, just because.
So you'd be able. So y'all would be over on the right hand side of it right now. You'd be able to see through. You'd be able to see like the back end of all these buildings on the left. You'd be able to make out the clock tower. In the sort of manor house over here, you'd see some torches like faintly dwindling. You'd see like some sheep and chickens just kind of milling about. They're not even really like penned in anywhere.
Yeah.
Right,
Alright.
Yes, question.
Does anyone have speak with animals? Shit.
Nope.
Okay,
Nada.
I
that's
think we
one plan
should-
out the window.
investigate this building that's got the logs next to it. I don't know why, it's just giving me a vibe.
We can.
Okay.
It seems like there are windows. Perhaps we can look through them.
Yes.
Or oh no, your bird isn't here. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just give me a second. Right, I think I might be able to do this, but if you give me a moment.
of course.
Take your time.
Oh, by the way, see when I finished my short rest, could I have done my arcane recovery to recover a second
Yeah.
level spell slot? Thank you.
Yeah, you can
That's
do
like the wizard thing, not the.
Yeah,
customer-
you can do your normal like
I ju-
class related things.
I just forgot to ask when we were doing the short rest.
No, you're good.
I'm going to do my. Because I think have I not done this already? I've done that already. I can't do it as a thing, but I'm going to spend a first level spell slot to just up detect magic.
Mhm.
And see, looking at that building, does it have the same sort of like alarm shit?
No, it is so incredibly mundane.
I'm just going to keep an eye out for any like traces of abjuration magic or something.
Okay.
As we like go through investigating.
Gotcha.
Doing a perimeter sweep.
I think so.
Yeah, let me go ahead and I'll get y'all's tokens on here so that you can start manipulating where you want to be. There. Or up on the left now, you should be able to move your tokens about.
Try and
So
stick
is-
together.
Does this building just seem like a like a wood storage house for like, or is it actually someone's place?
It's like a carpenter shop. You could see peering in the windows like some tools and whatnot. Seems more of like a place of business. It's also a workshop than a home.
There. Honestly, I don't think a prison would have like a second floor or a first floor, or whatever you call it. So, I think we can rule out that one.
You know, it'd be absolutely bizarre insane
Hmm.
if it was in that well over there.
No
That would be
sunlight.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's very.
Inconspicuous.
That's.
Okay, I only take so much inspiration from Baldur's Gate.
Be careful to go down the well. There's phase spiders down there.
I'm gonna sort of just begin meandering over.
It actually just goes all the way straight down to like the 4th layer of hell.
Well, I've got featherfall, so I'll be fine.
Are you just running into the
Alright.
town?
I was just kind of directing.
Honestly,
it
there
to
is no
the
one
side.
around, so.
You could be waiting for an ambush.
Mm.
Thaddeus, you need to.
True, but I highly
town.
doubt that.
I need to what? Sorry.
You need to camp. I mean, it's a town. Wait, do they have soldiers here too, or?
Not that you can see.
Yeah, so I think.
If I
If we just-
were these people, I would have people stationed here.
Right.
Why is there no one around?
We should
Alright,
ask-
how about we walk around in the forest? No, go completely around it and check out the building on the side.
The one in the northwest.
How long
I'm
does- how
I'm
long
in the
does-
1000
10
west.
minutes.
Okay, thank you. Which are you guys going, clockwise or counterclockwise?
Counter.
Counter.
Okay, so you head up like
Through the
back
forest.
behind the clock
Yeah.
tower.
Yes.
Or...
Oh, that is counterclockwise. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
being a dumbass. I'm drinking
Um,
dumbass juice.
Yeah.
Remember what the pretzel man said? They had an informant amongst our numbers. For all we know, they're expecting us.
Well, why would they expect us in the town?
Because the prisoners?
We're not here for the prisoners. We're here to get the food that's in the camp.
Here's
Yes, but if you put 2 and 2 together, people might assume, and they probably have enough. They probably have enough numbers to cover multiple different areas.
I guess.
if they were that clever, I think they would have already found us, wouldn't they? But
Maybe they already have.
perhaps.
Why put effort if we're just going to go straight into their trap anyway?
Right. So what do you suggest we do instead of walk around?
I'm just saying.
It-
I'm just saying that we be wary. As much as what we can see, there's no one around. For all we know, they're hiding and waiting to jump. So just have an idea of our surroundings. I think would be.
There's nothing stopping us.
I think
from...
we're all doing that right.
Maybe we should try and just find some place to kick around for like an hour or two. See if people actually wake up and go about, and if they don't, then there's most likely an ambush waiting for us.
Perhaps we should not wait for people to wake up. It's gonna just make it more difficult.
I guess.
Well, we could burn the building and see who comes out.
I have a plan, and it's a very stupid plan.
Knock on the door.
No, like it really is stupid. Like if someone told me this plan, I would be like, "What's wrong with you?" And then shut the
Got
fuck
it.
up.
Okay, what is the
So
plan?
what if one of us was like to take the loss and pretend to be like, "Oh, I'm just a sad little person traveling through. I don't know what's going on here," and then we get taken. That person gets taken to prison, and that way we know where the prisoners are.
What is wrong with you?
Honestly, that is quite brilliant. I'm genuinely
Could work.
impressed.
That could work.
Well, the one person knows where the prison is, but the rest of us won't.
Well, one of us can.
True,
send
but there is
the-
a sending stone, right? Or we can communicate.
There's the twig, right? But also,
The twig.
y'all can see where the one person's getting brought. Like they'll be like, right, okay, we're gonna take them into this building.
What
True,
if,
but I also still think that we can see through the window over there.
since it's your plan,
I don't
Would you
mind
like-
volunteering because I can send out a familiar to go and get you.
Look, well, I mean, like, I can go wolf mode. Calver is having a rough time because he almost died yesterday. Calvis, big guy over there, almost also died yesterday. Thaddeus, no offense, you're a bit of a twig. And May, we need you for backup.
I wasn't touched actually, so
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. If you
Right,
look
so if you
physical height,
volunteer,
you look like you would bend in half.
Let's try and keep the voices to a low volume, as this is a stealth mission.
fair.
I don't
Perhaps
mind.
before throwing ourselves at them, perhaps we should let Nimbus look through the window of the little building down there. I'm still very suspicious of that building. I'm
Also,
not gonna lie.
we need to think of, if we do this plan, we need to think of the possibility that rather than taking us prisoner, they just put us out of our misery.
And that's when everyone else jumps in, I guess. I mean, wait, just give me a second. I'll
Just
see if I
their
can
teeth
resummon
in.
Nimbus. I'm going to reach out to see if I can resummon Nimbus without needing to do the ritual.
Okay.
Am
What does
I
that
able
look
to?
like?
Ooh, so I normally summon him out with my book, but he's not there.
Mhm.
So I don't know, I reach my hand out and sort of clench the air around me, and you see sort of like some particulate grow around, like in sort of form of mist, as I sort of clench my fist.
It starts to work for a second. And you for a moment can feel your connection back to Nimbus, and unwillingly you start to see through his eyes again, and it's just that like purple hazy static before it severs again.
Yeah, no, Nimbus is out of commission for the moment. I think he's just chilling in the Mithrite. So.
Yeah.
I
Thinking
think
about-
it'd be a bit... Yeah,
Do you
maybe.
think he's having like a snack? Do you think you can eat mithrite?
I don't think it's. Well, he's a familiar. They don't eat, but I don't think it's a. I think it's more like in a stupor, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a Mithrite.
if
I
you look
feel like
like-
we only have so long before the sun rises.
I think the sun's rising. Right.
It's getting there, you know.
Oof. I think.
Carrot, it looks edible. Like you just crunch.
Yeah, it's like rock candy.
Mm-hmm. But
where
Eve
do
doesn't
you
know
all
what that
think
is.
the
So she's
best-
just like, yum yum.
Yum 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 yum.
What do you all think the best bet is right now? Do we risk
Honestly,
that
I
idea
just want
that
to
Aoife
look at that
comes with?
freaking building.
So we're going for that building.
I'm going to say the building.
Okay, we'll go for that building. Are we all in agreement?
I'll keep a ear out just to kind of, and also an ear and an eye, just general, like, be on guard, wary of like what's going on around, like what's moving, what
Yeah.
isn't moving.
Exactly. And through the forest, we're not going
Yeah.
right through, just around it.
So you all begin to pass by. Calvert, you still have your detect magic. You get a faint divination magic sense off the clock tower as you pass by.
Oh.
Nothing too interesting. And as you continue to move along and get closer to this manor house, you suddenly get a very overwhelming feeling of a mix of transmutation, enchantment, and conjuration magic. And I need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Oh. Information overload. Intelligence.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Dirty 20.
Okay. You this like almost stabbing sensation of all the magic being worked kind of shoots into your head for a moment, but you're able to like steel yourself against it without crying out or anything like that.
Okay.
So this
there's
is less
a lot of enchantment in the building just by us. Conjuration,
There is.
enchantment, and
Transmutation.
So does this give off more manor or warehouse vibes from that building there?
It's definitely a manor house, like
Definitely a
the
manor house.
like the noble that oversees the city probably lives here.
Okay. Noble probably
Perhaps we
wouldn't.
should go around that just a little bit further away from it.
Possibly.
For all we know, this is where the prisoners are kept.
maybe.
Doesn't make sense to award a building which isn't in use.
If it's a noble's home, I think they'd like to keep themselves safe. So conscripting a mage to put up wards wouldn't be entirely out of the ordinary.
I'm
I
with-
think.
Yeah, I'm with Calvert on this one. It kind of makes sense if they're strong and
But there was no abjuration, which is mostly the defensive kind. It was transmutation, which is
true.
Are
changing.
we aware that the residents of this town are still present?
That's what I'm thinking. Is maybe who the prisoners may be. It's like some may be the town members.
Yes, Aoife.
Thank you. Can Aoife roll I think it would be history check, because from what I remember, this was like the closest village to where she and her gran were chilling in the woods. Not the moods.
You maybe would have been here a couple times when you were little.
Okay. Can I roll like a check to see if this is definitely like, if it's weird or if it's like...
Yeah, go ahead and make that history check.
Lovely, that's a lucky 13.
I'd say the only thing that really comes to you is that for a town like this that's kind of on the outskirts and thus has to be pretty like self-sustaining, especially being like right before winter's starting to come, it's weird to you that there's nobody out and about yet.
I bring that up with the group. I don't know how else to say that.
So people normally are about at this time in the morning.
I mean, yeah, if you think about it, right, they have to do like their wee jobs, and with their wee tools, whatever they're called. And you know, like from when the sun goes up to when the sun goes down. So yeah, it would be weird that they're not, at the very least, you know, having their breakfast or something just now.
Yeah, like, and at this point, like you're starting to hear like roosters
cry and the like. And I'd say it's getting to a point where it's now bright enough for you to make out like chimney trails, smoke. And the only place you're really seeing that come from is the manor house that you're right next to. Yes, Elliot.
No, I said that we should save the prisoners, but honestly, with all this being quite suspicious and all, we could just set the entire place on fire. I don't mind anymore.
That's very morally grey, and I'm not sure I agree with it.
Alright. I thought, alright, fine, sure, whatever. I thought I'd just put that out there.
Well, imagine you're locked up, and then the last memory you have is burning. No way of escaping.
It's terrible, I agree.
So why would you suggest it?
Because everybody else was suggesting it. When I said we should save the prisoners, everyone was against me.
I was down to save the prisoners.
Just
Where were you when...
As
I told you I was.
Don't shout!
As this conversation is happening, another thing comes to you, Chloe, and that's that you remember that there was like a really high number of kids that were like magic born when you were little at this town, like an unusually high number, and that just comes to you for some reason.
They're in the manor house.
You know what's really weird, right? I don't really know much about many humans. I'm not gonna lie, like many humans. Human
Children.
pups, whatever they're called.
Yeah, children is much more inclusive as well. What if they're orc?
Okay,
What if they're just
human
very
pups.
tall?
Yeah.
I've never
Anyway,
seen
your
another
point is-
child. I've never seen a child before. What do you expect me to call them?
You
Just
looked in a
no-
mirror, right?
Children. Anyways, let's
Right, point.
proceed with your point.
Yeah, it's really weird. That house has big spooky magic vibes. And it's weird that there's no one around. And from what I remember, like I haven't been here that much, but I've been here a few times to know that like there was a lot of kids that could human pups that could do like magic. Or, like not the cleric kind or the paladin kind.
Wait, is it this whole army's like business, like seeking
Yeah.
out the people that can cast magic to subjugate and control them?
They're
Yeah,
controlling
so what if
kids.
they were like, yeah, human pups. If you defend this manor house with your cool magic skills, then we won't kill your entire family.
Why just the...
That's
So, you think they've enlisted children to defend the prisoners? Not that the children
Honestly,
are the prisoners.
Which
I
would be
think
the first
children are-
plausible idea.
Yes, that's what
Honestly,
I
I think-
assumed first.
I think this...
Not that the children
the
were the
children might-
guards, but the children were the prisoners.
So from what you all would know, just from your time like spent in the camp and whatnot, these little like groups of soldiers that kind of roam all over the land, the Ingunite soldiers, they have kind of two tasks. One is just to kind of find, like refugees, like little pockets of resistance that still exist, and and the second, arguably more important task that they have is to find and recoup mithrite in any and all places they can find it.
Which is why they've just like stockpiled it all back in the camp.
Yeah.
You know what would be really weird, right? And I'm saying this as a player, but also as a character. So there's a well, right? There's a well right in the middle of the town, and people like Alex, you just said there's like a lot of like magic-born children. So what if? Hear me out.
Yeah, I just...
They're down
Kinda
the well,
get-
aren't they?
Right.
No,
no,
please.
no,
I wanna hear this theory.
I
No.
think I know.
So what if there's like a big deposit of mithrite down the well, and that's probably also where the town get their drinking water. Hence why there's a lot of like mage-born children, because it's like lead poisoning. It's in the water.
Turning the frogs gay.
Yeah, they're
Turn
turning
the
the
freaking
freaking
frogs
frogs
gay.
gay.
Frogs gay.
I-
Chemicals in the water for the fucking frogs, gay.
That's
I
what we do.
agree. I agree
I'm
with
gonna
you,
be so
David.
happy if it turns out to be
Yeah,
even just a little bit right.
I agree.
Yeah, what if?
Alright, so I think we need to establish where we're going and what
So
we're gonna do.
we're going down the well, I think. No.
well,
sorry.
well, well.
We're...
Honestly, it's not a bad idea, but I also think the kids being prisoners is a very fair option.
Kids
You think
being
children
bodyguards.
being prisoners are fair. What?
Kids being bodyguards.
Shall we just knock on the front door?
Sure, go ahead. Why?
Okay,
No, of course
Going to go knock. Oh, okay.
not. Alright.
We
It's
are,
like halfway to the
we
door
are
at this
spell
point.
inspectors. We are here to inspect your spells.
Yes, we...
Calver, darling, if there is anyone who should not knock on the door right now, it's probably you, since you're quite hurt. Not as you as a person, but
I'm
just your
perfectly
safety.
fine. Thank you very much. I
Alright, if you wanna
Can
go ahead,
totally-
darling, go ahead.
be alive much longer than I originally intended. Anyhow, hey, I think we should
Do something.
investigate this manor house.
I agree.
I think
Aoife's
we
gonna
should-
go to the front door.
Okay.
You're covered in blood.
Mabel.
I'm an
I-
injured
I-
traveler.
I,
Oh no.
I prestidigitate the blood on her face, but that's it.
Really clean face, and then suddenly on the neck it just
No,
gets
no.
bloody.
Well, yeah.
But perhaps before knocking on the door, perhaps check if it's already open and we can just walk in there. Would be amazing.
Can I check if it's? Can I do like the wee kinda to see if it's open?
Yeah, you go to investigate like the main front door, and the latch is broken as if it had been kicked in.
Hey, someone kicked in this door.
Was it you?
No. Why would I kick in the door?
I
I
don't know.
literally just went like that.
You ate a person.
And as you all make your way like towards the door and close to the building, this feeling you were getting before Calvert, it continues to like intensify. The magic you're detecting. Although I will say that spell's probably about to run out.
I'm just gonna drop it because this
Yeah.
is not a vibe.
Yeah, it's like distracting
Yeah.
at this point.
I feel like there's something really weird going on. Even if this contained the prisoners, why the fuck is the door unlocked, you know?
I think
Just
less
unlocked.
and
I don't think you
more
understand. It's no
passion.
on its
Oh,
hinges.
I got it. I'm sorry. I just didn't know the phrasing. It's kicked in
It's
violently.
it's like on its hinges, but like the latch is like
Mhm.
broken, as if the door was like forcefully opened from the outside while it was locked.
Right. Let's. We've not got much more to go off of, so I think we should just head in here quietly. Are we in agreement?
A tripwise.
Okay, why not?
Right.
So y'all enter into the door, and the first thing you immediately see, in the darkened room with the light just sort of barely filtering down in through shuttered windows and the like, is corpses. You recognize a couple of them immediately to be soldiers, and a couple of other corpses that they're like lightly armored and armed individuals that you could reasonably guess would have been this noble lord's like personal guard.
sort
And it
of-
seems like in a fight against each other.
What sort of like damage does it seem like? Like, is it just purely like weapons, or does this?
Yeah,
include-
it's like purely weapons.
How long ago does it seem? How
Days.
fresh is this? Alright.
Maybe stretching on a week.
That's strange.
It stinks, right?
It's starting to. The colder temperatures this far north in this time of year are kind of helping
Okay.
to stay that, but
So there's 4 corpses here.
yeah, I'd say there's 6 actually.
6.
There's 2 soldiers and 4 of what looks like this more personal guard.
Okay.
And does it seem like there's a noble corpse? No.
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 What's the kind of
Can you
layout
look
of
for-
the houses we're walking in?
So you walk in, this is like a kind of like a more or less of like a formal, like receiving hall where guests would be brought in. There's like some sitting area and whatnot.
Can
And
I
then-
stop me from like walking in any further?
Yeah.
We still
can
need to
try.
be cautious, as there was a fire. There's like smoke coming out the chimney.
Thus getting a better idea of the house.
I know, but be cautious.
Of course.
Based on where the chimney was, do we have like a decent idea where we're
You
standing?
could try to navigate your way to the kitchen based off of like what part of the room it seemed like it was in.
Okay.
Like you did get the scent that it was very much like a cooking fire.
Okay.
So you all make your way through the house. All throughout, there's signs of it very much being like turned upside down. Like it was very thoroughly searched. Doors are kicked in, cabinets are torn open, like with all of their contents thrown out around the ground. Interestingly enough, valuables still seem to be about, like silver candle holders and like bits and bobs of like jewelry and stuff that would be worth a good bit of gold seems to have just been left out during the search. As you near the kitchen, you can like hear the sounds of someone like very clearly like cooking and humming to themselves,
Does
as
it
you're
sound-
kind of like coming down a hallway that leads to that area.
Does the humming have any sort of gender specific denomination?
It's masculine.
Awesome, cool.
Just as we're walking around as well, does there seem to be any sign of a basement to the house?
From the outside of the house, you could tell there was definitely like a cellar or something. So far, you haven't seen like a way down there yet, though.
Usually might be in the kitchen or the pantry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid we have to interact with this person. Perhaps we should seem as less hostile
I think this is
as possible.
just going to be a conversation. I'm really hoping.
I'd love for it to just be a conversation.
Maybe one of us should go in.
Hmm.
Don't show all our cards.
Perhaps the nicest looking one, the who seems the least intimidating.
I look at Cal there.
I'll head in.
Go that.
Okay. I'll head in.
Okay. You are you like stealthing your way in or just kind of walking in?
Perhaps you should knock.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like lightly open the door and just be like just knock.
You see, like as you kind of peek in the door, you can see, a figure who appears to be a man. He has his back to you, kind of cooking over the stove.
He's got like the uniform of a soldier on, but like his armor isn't on. It's just kind of like the tunic and such that he'd wear underneath that. And he kind of calls over his shoulder as you knock, just like, "Oh, is that you, Sved? We were expecting you hours ago."
I forget I can do
Say-
things.
Hi, sorry, I got lost on my way and I saw the chimney was on. There's a lot of corpses out in the front. I mean,
and
no harm.
yeah, and the dude just kind of like stops and stands up straight, and he turns around, and this is like a big guy, by the way. He turns around and he just kind of makes his way over to the
Nope.
door, pulls it open, and he looks at you confused, kind of looks you up and down, and as he does so, he sees the rest of y'all like behind you. So
I
she just
thought
kind
we
of
were
looks at
hiding.
you, looks behind him, looks at
Is there
you,
roofs open?
and he just slams the door shut, and you hear
gonna-
like thudding
I'm gonna-
footsteps,
I'm gonna kick
and,
that
and
door
another
open.
door open and shut.
I'm gonna kick that door open and dash after him.
Yeah. So you kind of push your way past Calvert and make your way in just in time to see like another door shut, and you hear like the thudding of feet going downstairs.
On the basement.
I look behind me to see who's following me and then just keep on running.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we'll go after them.
I'm quite hesitant. I'm like, are we going? Are we?
Yes, we're going.
Give me-
Let's run.
Yeah,
Give
let's
me
go.
1 moment.
Quickly though, what was he cooking?
He had like some like sausage and like eggs and bacon he was cooking. There was
We
like
take a
fresh roll
sausage.
of there was like a fresh roll of bread as well.
Oh, the bread.
Um,
As I ran past, I'm just
Gotcha.
gonna take a sausage and a roll and just.
You see a
We're
sausage
going
float
one.
midair. It's like a mage hand's taking it.
what order? What's like the filing order as you all make your way down?
I think it'd go May, then Calvis, then Calver, then Thaddeus. Just because my
Whoa.
running speed's 35, and me and Thaddeus were both like, yeah, at the same time.
Yeah.
I think Galvus wouldn't be like on the front, especially because he's not stealthy at
Oh,
all.
I thought we were just running.
Yeah,
I thought
we're-
Scott wasn't out the
We're just
window.
chasing because he saw us as well.
Yeah,
Cool.
Stealth's out the window now.
We're just gaslighting. We're not here.
Yeah, you all make your way down, and you start to catch up with him, and he runs through like a bit of a cellar, and then down other stairs that turn to stone instead of wood, and he like bolts down into this area, and you'll fall
That's-
behind. And I
Back
need in 1 second everyone to roll initiative.
Woo!
Don't do it yet though.
Oh.
Hopefully, I'll roll good in initiative for once.
Okay. Yeah, roll initiative now.
Oh, nat 20.
6.
Me and Calvert got the opposite.
I'm cursed. I just want that to be known.
What's that?
That's my third nat one. Like, not. This is my second nat one today, but. You know.
Wonder why my rolls aren't showing up in Foundry.
Have you
I
enabled?
can-
Have you
Mine
enabled
aren't easier.
the add-on like through Google?
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Oh,
need to like
yeah.
read.
I always do the jigsaw again before I start because it doesn't work unless I reconfigure
I can
it.
just manually put it in. What'd you get?
Okay. Let's see. What did I get? An 8.
And Elliot, what did you get?
Chloe, see on your like
6.
on your Beyond 20 thing. See if you
Mm-hmm.
go into the set like when you click on it on Foundry. See at the bottom.
Mhm.
Have you got it like send D&D Beyond rolls to then all VTT tabs?
Where do you find that?
So like on Foundry, I press the like extensions button, which is the jigsaw piece, and then I click on Beyond 20.
The top right of Chrome.
Yeah.
I am confusion.
Next to where you bookmark pages.
No, I know that, right?
I'm
I've
just
got
letting
that.
you know.
So
Fine,
Oh,
like,
there's
just,
more
just,
options.
just try
Right.
now.
I
see when you click on the extensions, and then like it comes up with like your extensions, like Beyond 20, and then whatever else.
Mhm.
Then click Beyond 20,
Mhm.
and then see if you scroll down. It's got like what are you seeing?
Can I just share my screen? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have we peeksy, and we'll try and get this sorted. Apologies, viewers, but this is more important. Isn't it? Oh, that's different from what I'm seeing. Scroll down. Scroll down again. Oh, VGT tabs. Okay, scroll down
You're
some
all
more.
fine.
Oh, there's Discord integration.
Yeah, there is.
That not to.
I
pick at your
feel like we
plans,
should
but
just
that
get
have
on
you
with
peeled
it,
for
and this
Yeah.
is something we
Yeah,
can figure
yeah.
out later.
Yeah.
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 We'll have windows yet after, and we'll get that sorted.
Thaddeus, you're up first.
Okie doke. So where I currently am then, my map up. So there's the guy in the middle. That's the one who ran downstairs,
That's the one
right?
you're chasing. He was running, and he's starting to make his way. Like he's turning to his right to kind of dart past the figure in front of him.
Okay. I'm just gonna go for him first because that's the one that we saw. So I'm gonna hit him with a Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Okay.
25 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and that's 8 points of damage.
Cool. Yeah, he just fucking goes down. You hit him hard, and he just falls.
What does
Yeah.
your Eldritch Blast look like again?
It's like his arm when he casts it, like his book kind of like illuminates green, and then his hand like shoots out tentacle things that like shoot out a blast that hits him.
Cool.
So he turns into like a weird like tentacle thing with his hand when he casts it. He's still very confused by it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What's this red thing in the middle? Just from what I see from where I am.
So that is like a bowl, for a better lack of a word, of blood, and you can see more flowing into it from the sides, though you can't quite see from where yet. And the cloaked figure before it is working some sort of ritual on it,
Okay.
and you can see tiny little like flecks of like iridescent green and blue and purple floating up from the blood and sort of coalescing in the air above it.
What I'd like to do potentially is I want to shove him with the telekinetic push. Can I try and push him into the bowl so it falls over?
You can certainly try.
Okay. So it's a strength saving throw, DC 10 plus the ability modifier of the score increased by those feet. So it's a 13 check. Quite save.
Is this a spell?
No, it's a telekinetic shove, I think.
Okay.
Feat ability.
Yeah. So it's a feat.
Strength save?
Yes. 13.
He passes.
Okay, no worries. Nothing happens. And I'd say that's the end of my turn. Actually, just so I'm not... Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. That takes it to this individual, who you suddenly all see an armor-clad figure come from around the corner.
And he just kind of like posts up at the bottom of the stairs, readying his sword to like at the first person who comes down. And that takes it to May.
Hi. So, May's gonna bonus action use the last rage, my last little rage of the day. Get that up and going. Then she is. Where are you? So how far away is 10 feet? Cool. So she's going to bounce down here, so that she can get 10 feet away from him. So he's within a 10 foot kind of range. And then she is going to swing her spirit glaive at him.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna make her reckless.
As you come down, though, he is going to take a swing at you.
Does he have reach?
He was holding his action.
His
and he's gonna step forward too.
Gonna step forward. Cool.
So that's going to be. Sorry, where'd my stats go? Does a 16 hit?
I believe a 16 does hit.
Okay. So you're going to take 15 slashing damage. I rolled max damage.
Cool. That's no worries. Because I'm raging. Is that?
Yep.
Actually, yeah. No. So 7.
That's 7.
7.
Okay.
Lovely.
Then you can go ahead with your attack.
Cool. It's going to be reckless. So gotta get that sweet ass advantage. There we go. So that's 14 on the first. Please be better. Double 14s.
14s. That does not hit.
Yeah, that's no worries. She is going to then just kind of. So she only used, I believe it was 5 feet of movement to get down there. So she still has 25 feet. So she is going to 5, 10, 15. Yeah. 20 feet to get round to the opposite side of him. So she's going to end up about here.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's me.
Okay, that takes it. And as you step around and are turning, you are blindsided by this other armored figure that comes from the other side. They're going to make an attack at you as well. That misses.
Hell yeah.
So that takes it then to Aoife.
All right. So you'll have to excuse me because this is in black and white because dark vision works like that.
Mix is also in black and white.
Yeah.
Mine's not.
You ain't got dark vision. Actually, wait, no, you do. You have eyes.
I have Devil's Sight.
Yeah, you have Devil's Sight.
Right.
Is that
That might be
better?
why then, because I don't see in black and white.
I believe you're able to change it on your own token what vision mode you are. It keeps defaulting to dark vision for the people with dark vision for some reason.
Let me. Yeah, I'll play.
I'm gonna go about 15 feet here. Just traveling over.
Okay. Yeah.
And then mage guy, 2 knight guys. Let's see. So bonus action, because even though we've been in a short rest, I don't think Aoife would have changed. So she's gonna use long shifting strike to the knight on the right.
Gotcha.
Does an 11 hit?
No.
No. Right.
Anything else for you?
Yes. good old wizardy time, I'm going to cast Magic Missile. Whoa!
So
Um,
crazy.
I'm aiming for, let's see if you guys can see this as well. This guy here. The
Mhm.
one, this
Yep.
guy. This, oh no, he's dead.
He's unconscious, yeah.
Unconscious. Right, so this guy, and this will probably be at disadvantage, but also this guy.
No, it won't be.
Magic missile just hits.
Yeah,
Oh.
Madam Miss, you don't need to roll for anything.
Right.
So it just
But
slaps.
you roll for damage, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 4 damage. And then I roll it 3 times, don't I?
I'll
Because
just
it's
do
3.
4 against all. It's easier
Okay,
that
cool.
way.
And yeah, I'm gonna end my turn there.
That would take it to the robed figure before the altar, but he just continues to work on the rituals. So that takes it to Calvis.
All right. So, question. You say that as a bonus action we can stab them. So or hit them or whatever.
Yeah.
So technically, could I bonus action attack them and then normal action disengage?
Yeah.
Sweet. Cool. Which I'm not gonna do yet, but I did just want to know.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna use my first charge of my cool hammer to cast Armor of Agathis,
Gotcha.
Hell yeah.
which gives me 5 temporary hit points.
Hell yeah.
So that's nice. And then as a bonus action, I would like to hit it.
Yeah.
The one right in front of me.
Go for it.
Mm, 18. Oh yeah, of course.
That hits.
Perhaps. Sweet. 12 plus 1d6 cold damage. 12 plus 4 is 16 damage total.
Very nice. Right. Is that it for you?
Yes.
Okay. That takes it to Calvert.
Right, so I would like to move here.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to set up a second level Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Okay.
And I'm going to change the damage type to fire.
Okay.
So can I get dex saves from the 2 soldiers, please?
Yes.
DC is 16.
They both fail.
Awesome. Let's consume that spell slot. So it's. Alright. Right. Sorry, I'm just getting confused. A creature covered in sanity takes 2d4 at the start of each of its turns, but I'm upcasting it, so is that now the upcasted value at the start of each of its turns?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So it's 4d4. Sorry, should have understood the spell more. So yeah, at the start of their turns, I roll 4d4, and they'll take 4d4 fire damage.
Sounds good. Anything
As
else
like
for you?
I run up and I tap my hand against my book and sort of do that with it, and you see like my middle fingers open up and just a stream of like this hot like clinging flame sticks to their clothing, and you see them like burn, and
Cool.
that'll be my turn because like if I escape, I can't really. I'll risk getting hit, so I'll either get hit anyways or not.
Okay.
That
Thaddeus, that takes it to you.
Cool. I'm guessing he can't really see in terms of whether there's a barrier around this guy who's with the blood altar, but like
No, I mean there doesn't appear to be.
My caustic brew would have hit one if there was one, because it's a 30-foot line.
Yep.
Or something.
Yeah,
so is there like
it
a
wouldn't have hit
brew?
him, but it would have.
Is there like a brew on the altar? Like, can you see it like
Potentially would've,
gone
yeah.
across?
Yeah. Yes.
It
It
has.
seems to have made its way across. It quickly kind of gets dispersed by just the movement of all the blood that's like flowing
Yeah.
again from places you can't see. May, Calvert, Aoife, and Calvis can probably all see at this point. The bodies strapped down around 4 points. That blood is just being drawn out by some magical force from their bodies into this swirling pool in the center before it makes its way up and into the ball.
The robed figure, is it in like the middle of a incantation?
Yes, he's working a ritual.
Okay. In that case, I'd like to hit him with a Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay. What level are you casting that at?
Second level. It like automatically sets it as that.
Yeah.
I don't think
okay.
it.
So
I don't think it like
you,
upcasts.
You work your spell and you begin to throw it at this figure, who, with one hand still working the ritual, reaches back with his other, making a symbol with his hand, and some arcane energy flashes before it as he counterspells.
Okay.
Nice.
At least we have an idea of what level this guy is, or at least a minimum.
Nasty man.
Third level spells.
Yeah. I guess Thaddeus wouldn't know that, but at least I do. And I'm going to try and shove him again with the telekinetic feat, so it's a 13
go for
strength.
Well, that die is now under the bed. He passes.
Okay, no worries. I stay where I am.
An auto-fail.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
I'll go dig out that die if you really want me to.
Oh no, it's all good.
Okay, that takes it to this guy, who he's still kind of preoccupied with May, so he's gonna take a swing at them. I'm guessing a dirty 20 hits.
Yeah, dirty 20 is gonna hit.
So that's the start of the knight's turn.
Yes, go
So
ahead
he'll
and roll.
take 2d4 damage. 44 damage. Sorry.
44 damage. Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ow.
Yes. So that's 14
Nice.
points of fire damage as he sort of like catches fire. He can spend
Yeah.
his action to remove it, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
He's bloodied now.
Yeah, so he can use
he's-
his action
he's-
to sort of scrape or wash the fire off.
Cool. He's still swinging at May. So you're gonna take 9 points of slashing damage.
Oh, is that already halved?
No.
Cool. So
So it'll
if
be 4. And it's your turn.
okay. So that was this guy up at the top right, correct?
Yeah, he is bloodied and he just swung at you.
Okay. I'm gonna take another hit on. Yeah, I'm gonna take another hit on him. Just again reckless. So,
Gotcha.
Going, please, fucking Christ, please. Better. 25.
That hits.
It was like, please, for the love of God, please. Okay, so that's yeah. So that's this. So that's 6 plus 2, that's 8. Plus Divine Fury, which if my page will let me scroll, please. There we go. So that's 4, so that's 12 damage total
Got
to him.
Okay.
Still
Anything
up?
else for you? Yeah, still up.
Oh, well, shit. Fuck it, I'm not liking what this mage wizard bitch is up to. I'll take the attack of opportunity, but I want to move in between this space, like move over here. To get a wee bit closer to the mage, and I'll use my bonus action to smack him.
Okay, go for it.
Cool. Let's see. So that's a 21
Yeah,
on the
that's it.
first. Cool. So that's just. So that
How do
is
you do this?
9 points of damage to the mage, and they're down.
Oh, sorry. You're attacking the mage. Sorry,
Yeah.
my screen didn't update. I thought you were still attacking the knight.
No,
No, that is not down. That is. Okay, cool. My bad.
Oh, it's no worries. But yeah, 9 points of damage to the mage.
Okay, cool. Anything else for you?
No, that's me.
Okay. Then it's the other knight's turn, and he's going to make a swing at you.
He's also going to take the 4d4 damage.
Yeah, he's going to take 44 damage.
Smack him.
But you've really pissed these guys off, May.
12.
Okay.
Not bad.
Nice. All right, so he's gonna take a swing at you. Does a 19 hit?
19 will hit.
I'm rolling hot today. Sorry, y'all.
I'm not.
That's going to be 11 points of slashing, so 6 or 5 halved.
Lovely.
Okay. And that's going to take it to Aoife.
Okay, so let me know if I can do this. So I think I'd like to use one of the charges from Grandma's recipe book.
Mm-hmm.
And try and use the Ravenous Scholar one on the mage that's currently trying to do like this ritual incantation. Is that something that would be possible?
Yes. I'm just trying to think of what will happen if you potentially fail, given the rules. Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Just mark that off as one of my charges. Using one of the book's charges, you may attempt to absorb a spell cast within range. Yes, he is within 30 feet. To do so, you must make a successful intelligence save against the spell's caster. Upon a success, the spell is rendered useless as the book devours it, and you regain spell slots up to 1/2 rounded up the level of the spell cast. On a failure, the spell you attempted to absorb becomes immediately targeted / centered on you, and you immediately fail any saves associated with the spell. So that's an
Yes,
intelligence
go-
saving.
Go ahead and make that intelligence save.
That's a 19.
Okay. So what happens as you do this is the blood around him loses its like momentum and starts to stop, and then just like kind of pool out as if it were normal blood around the floor. However, the what's happening with the bowl, where it's like little bits and flakes are starting to come out, and you can now see it's like
forming into like a crystal of mithrite. They're all like collecting into it, but it's like trying to think of a good like thing for that. It's like a crystal, but it's like morphing and changing its shape, like jutting out in different paths. Like it's a almost as
like,
if it's alive.
the iron, what's it called? Iron oxide? No, that's
Like iron shavings when you put
the
magma to
liquid
them.
iron.
I like kind of like that, but a bit more like there's a bit more structure to it. So that's still happening, but it's no longer like pulling more blood into it.
Ferrofluid is what it's called.
Yeah, ferrofluid. And you will regain 3 levels worth of spell slots. And you can distribute that as you see fit.
So how many would that be?
So you could regain like 1 second and 1 first or 3 first level spell slots.
Oh,
since you don't have
okay,
third level
right.
spell slots yet.
Damn.
Slay.
And anything else you would like to do?
So,
I hadn't considered you using that on the ritual at all, so I had to be like, okay, how does this work?
okay, for my bonus action, I still have my movement, don't I?
Yes.
Right, so that's 30 feet. I'm gonna make a beeline over to the mage.
Cool.
I'll take that attack of opportunity.
Yeah, you're gonna suffer 1 attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
A dirty 20 hit.
Yeah, yeah.
And
course
you're
it
gonna
does.
you're gonna take 13 points of slashing.
Okay.
Because that was an attack of opportunity, do I get my attack of opportunity on the attack of opportunity?
You technically have reach on him.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's a disadvantage since there's another dude in between you.
Because I'm
And,
reckless, can I roll straight?
Yes, if you're reckless, you can roll straight.
Thank you.
Also,
Yeah.
sentinel feet.
Fucking Christ. 14. Ow.
Not hit.
God damn it.
Okay. So I've done my movement over to this
Mhm.
guy and gonna do a long tooth shifting strike. Wow, who knew?
Okay, go for it.
Does a 15 hit?
That hits. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Except
Lovely.
actually, he's going to use his reaction to cast shield.
Okay.
So
It
so
was
actually
only
doesn't
2
hit.
damage anyway, so
Yeah, well,
No,
you wasted
yeah,
his reaction then.
Counterspell.
Has he had his turn since counterspell? Yeah.
It's a new round of combat. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Was it? Oh, okay.
and then I'll end my
Well, he
turn.
would have just continued with his ritual, wouldn't he? So.
Yeah, he's been
This
using his
wasn't-
actions just to continue the ritual. So
Yeah,
all
that
he's
makes sense.
really doing is reactions.
It's because I thought you counterspelled Thaddeus and Thaddeus
Yeah.
acts after him.
Thaddeus is at the start of combat.
Yes, but he's where he falls would be he'd be just getting it back as if his turn comes around, if that makes sense.
Fair.
Okay.
I mean, he blocked 2 damage, so I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
I feel like that's a win
fair.
on your
Yeah.
end, getting his
Yeah.
reaction for that.
Yeah, no worries.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sorry.
Like to be fair.
Yes.
Anyways,
My brain
um,
is hurting today. Apologies.
Aoife
No,
will
you're
probably
good.
taunt him and be like, "What? You putting your fancy magic shield up for 2 damage? Get fucked."
1 damage per tooth.
so now it's Calvis.
Alrighty. So hypothetically, would I be able to reach the wizard dude or woman? I didn't ask. I'm sorry. Without getting an opportunity attack.
Yes, because the guy you would get in reach of and then move around has already used his reaction. So yes, you could come down like beside Eva safely. I know
Okay,
there's
so
like a cage there, but you can occupy that space. I don't care.
oh sweet. Okay, cool.
So yeah, you could
before
come
I
down
do
to
that,
like there.
okay, before I do that, oh well, it doesn't matter either way.
Whichever
Before I
order
do
you
that,
want to
I
do
would
things.
like to enroach of winter.
Okay.
So basically, what you had already seen with his previous spell he cast is that he gets just a layer of frost on his skin, but now, it's like some kind of snow blizzard is just withering around him, which also reaches all of you. And instead of it feeling cold to your skin, it actually feels cozy, kind of. And you get this blessed feeling or something. You just feel that the snow isn't snowing. And it means that
It's
you
like a
are.
refreshing chill.
Yeah.
It like
Um,
wakes you up, like splashing cold water in your face.
Yeah. So, which means that you have resistance to fire damage now, and any hostile creature in my aura suffers vulnerability to cold damage, which is very nice because I'm gonna hit the wizard.
Slap that wizard.
Go for it.
Gonna try. Come on. It didn't work. It's a 10.
Yeah, that does not.
Nah.
Close, but doesn't hit.
Oh.
He's a magic dude. He's got low AC.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's
Anyway.
just wearing some robes and a thong. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing going on there.
To be fair, he's still got the +5 from shield, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So before it comes
That was
to
my turn.
before it comes to Calvert, there's like a surge of magical energy that you can all kind of feel vibrate through the air as the crystalline bits being pulled from the blood like finishes, and the crystal like grows and expands a bit to where like the bits of it that are coming out kind of come out as far as like, I don't know, like a soccer ball, or for the UK audience, as I'm the lone American here, a football, to like roughly that size, as he's finished that part of the ritual. And Calvert, it's your turn.
Okay, so I believe that's concentration is. So I'll not cast another concentration spell. I will. I need to get. He's used his reaction, so I'm just gonna like. 1, 2, so it's 10.
The other guy hasn't used his reaction, I don't think.
Oh well. I'll suffer that opportunity attack. So sorry, that's my brain's not mathing right now. So it's 15 so far.
Yeah. No, you could go like, if you went like this away, you could avoid opportunity.
Sorry, I thought that was like a wall. I don't mind either.
It is, but you could like like hug around to get
take
by
it.
without reach. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
so
say you can get by without provoking opportunity.
Amazing. And then I want to chromatic orb cold on the wizard.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So that's a please hit. Please hit. A 21.
That hit.
Yay.
Nice.
So he sort of just slaps the book, and you see sort of like white flakes sort of pick up, and gather around the ring he wears. And as like the snow flares around his hand, he clenches it and just sort of throws a snowball that sort of essentially that hardens into ice that sort of hits them. And I'll roll the damage now. Unless it already rolled damage, it didn't. Great. Please be big.
He's vulnerable to cold at the minute,
Vulnerable
isn't he?
though. They're vulnerable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
so
vulnerable
he takes double.
damage.
Why
Yeah.
is it giving me critical damage?
You might have it on to automatically roll it.
Oh, did I?
You might do. I don't know.
But
I don't see anything.
okay.
So-
He's bloodied.
Yeah, so 16.
Yeah, 16.
Yes.
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 I meant true, my dear Watson.
Oui.
Anything else for Calvin?
Bouton.
No. I think
No,
that's his
not true.
turn. I think he's going to actually move along a bit more to here. Because grouping up with a wizard nearby is not a vibe.
Yeah, funny you should say that.
What? The wizard with the big spiky thing? No.
Underwave.
Can as a bonus action, actually, so while I was still over there, I can like use my wizardly quill to like write shit.
Mm-hmm.
And because that's a magical circle, can I like fuck with one of the magical runes and just make it incorrect?
Yes.
So yeah, I will. I guess it's too much of a. As a bonus, I'm just going to besmirch the magic circle. I don't know. I feel like it'd take a turn to alter it. So
Cool.
yeah, I'm just
So
gonna.
Cool.
Besmirch.
So as you do that, two things happen. First of all of your ears are pierced with this horrible screeching, like scream, coming from the crystal at the center of the ritual, as you were all simultaneously hit by like a wave of force. And I need everyone to make dex saves.
Can I see it coming?
13.
I mean, technically,
No.
yes.
7.
Yay.
7 as well.
22.
Okay.
19.
So anyone that rolled below a 18, you are knocked prone, and you're also going to take 4 bludgeoning damage as you are just knocked back hard onto the ground. Those of you that managed to stay on your feet, what you see is like a bolt of multicolored energy lancing out from the crystal, and it strikes the mage and the knights, just kind of disintegrating them.
Oh,
And this like screaming continues, but the energy kind of fades. And as you hear it, and it's no longer like the intense like hit of it first hitting your ears. It just sounds like the screams of many, many voices all emanating from the same place.
is the bowl still there in the center of the pentagon?
Yeah.
Can I hit it with a Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Have I ever? This is reminding the player of something. Has Calvaire ever?
I don't think. Actually, I would
has
say you recognize bits of the You recognize bits of like the magic circle as being like runes of binding, like meant to bind and keep something subjugated.
How looked down upon is blood magic?
It's uncommon, but isn't necessarily taboo.
Okay.
Yes, Chloe.
I have another theory. Can I share with the class?
Would you like to share with the class?
Yes. So, as soon as I noticed the pools of blood, Like, I wrote this down in my little notebook, and it's kind of been more confirmed, so I'm just gonna roll with it. I believe that Mithrite is formed through mage-born blood, and that's why there's no one in the town, and especially, where's the kids? There's no kids. So, the kids are in the Mithrite.
You're
Close.
you're like half right, is
I
all
think-
I'll say.
Like the Philosopher's Stone from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Like, it
You're
has to
you're
be...
s- you're sort of correct.
So
You're
to
like
bounce
off
you're
your theory-
partially right.
To bounce off your theory, what my thoughts are is that Mageborns have droplets of mithrite within them, which allows them to cast magic, or it's a way to do that. But these particular Mageborn in this village, because they consume, I don't know, because obviously it's in the water, trace amounts of it in there, and this ritual was to just get out of them.
Yeah, it could be.
Sort of like sifting for gold in a river.
Yeah, to get you've got like part of the answer. I'm not going to tell you what's happening, but I
Yeah.
will say you're on the right track for what's
So
happening
from
here.
sorry, Elliot.
Well, the two rooms at the top of the map, and during battle, have we noticed like what they exactly are? It's just also my vision.
They're body bags.
can't
There's
quite
a
see what they-
there's a
body
fuck
bag.
ton
Okay.
of bodies here. A quick tally. This is easily the population of the town and then some.
So there's no
Is this
prisoners.
is this like Shard still like screaming?
Yes.
Could I see if that was because of the fuckery I'd done with the written?
Make an Arcana check.
Mute the TV. Mute the TV.
Like I meant to write shrink but wrote shriek, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's 25.
So what you could gather, because you're like not quite an expert, but you're very well knowledge on arcane runes and whatnot, being particularly of the Order of Scribes. You kind of like, by besmirching one of the runes, you basically messed up part of the circle that was meant to like silence what's bound inside of it. And it kind of cascaded a bit to where this thing is still partially bound, but is not entirely so. And you can actually see as you're investigating it, the binding circle is continuing to kind of fall apart.
Okay, can I like try and repair the circle?
Do I see you actively trying to repair it?
I think at this point it's kind of like it's a little too late for that,
Okay.
to the point it's deteriorated. Just you wouldn't be able to keep, like, in theory, if it weren't continuing to deteriorate, you could fix it, but now it's deteriorating at a rate like faster than you'd be able to fix it. The screaming is starting to quiet, although it's not quite as if it's like fading out. It's like slowly, one by one, individual voices in this cacophony are falling out until there's like less and less contributing to the shrieking.
So, like, the more it's fading away, the less screams there are.
Yeah, because it's like all these screams like compounding on each other, which
Okay.
is why it's so loud.
So as it's like getting quieter, the like shard is shrinking, or
No,
it's just still floating there.
it's still floating there, still like undulating and all that. It's the way I would describe it, and the way you all are able to kind of perceive this would be almost like it's composing itself.
Can I go over to like where the wizard was?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any like?
Well,
book
it's a
or-
it's a
yeah,
pile of dust.
There's nothing that
Ah.
survived it.
No, like they literally got disintegrated.
Is there any like tome or book around the place? On a lectern,
Not
right?
that you can see. No.
Okay.
As you continue to kind of inspect, you all hear, again, spoken as if it's many, many voices speaking together. We're free. Who are you? What happened? Where are we?
That's a loaded question, and it's got a very peculiar answer. Yeah. Do you want the easy or the how? Okay, no sugarcoating. You is now amalgamated crystallization of souls, it seems.
Upon taking that in, the like amalgamation crystals like spikes out a little bit as if agitated, and the voice goes silent, and you can see it kind of just like vibrating in the air a little bit as if trying to move, but is unable to.
I vote we leave.
Right, I want to help them. I don't know if the binding is holding you together or if it's keeping you trapped. If it's keeping you trapped, I'll remove it. But if it's holding you together, I don't know what will do if I remove it, if you'll just... or if you'll cease to exist. What would you prefer, amalgam thing?
It hurts us.
Right, so the good thing to do... Right.
Current form hurts you?
I think.
We don't know.
Right. If it's okay with all of you, I think I'm going to break the binding circle.
Go for it.
I was going to if you weren't.
Right, I'm going to erase the runes in the binding circle.
As you do, it kind of like shoots and begins to ping around the room a little bit overhead.
I hit the deck.
Before like settling, and then it starts to like go and like look at all the different, like pausing for a moment over all the bodies, and you can all faintly hear it kind of muttering to itself, a slightly different voice speaking every time, just like, that can't, no, what? And it again, the like movement of the crystals becomes more agitated as it takes in the surroundings and inspects each individual body.
Those that hurt you are outside, a few miles down the road. Would you like to go see them burnt?
We are undecided.
This is a lot. How about we... This seems like a secure place to rest. We're all pretty hurt. We can discuss things with our new friend here and maybe help it sort a few things out. I'm really tired.
I mean, there's food upstairs if y'all want to settle in for a long rest.
Yeah.
Sausages
So I
going.
think it might be clever. It might be
Which-
clever, but I think we should like have something on guard because I don't not think this is
Yeah,
the safest place to rest.
We'll have shifts, but how
Yeah.
would you like to be referred to?
Upon asking that question again, like not as loud as before, but it does kind of just start to like screech. not to like the like ear like piercing, but it's just like too many, too many names, too many names.
Would you like a
Me-
suggestion?
No. We will choose. We will choose one. We will choose one. We will choose. And it kind of begins to drift, bobbing slowly up the stairs.
I move out of the way.
I mean, you're all from Undeer. Why don't you just call yourself Undeer for now?
My suggestion.
Yes, this will work for now. You've all freed us. Who are you?
I'm Calvert. Nice to meet you.
Calvert, you broke the circle. You let us kill the one that did this to us. We thank you.
There is no need. Anyone with any good person would have done that.
Where you come from? You fought the soldiers. The soldiers were supposed to protect us. You from, and it does the equivalent of like what I could only describe would be as if like going wide-eyed, if it had eyes. It's like they were supposed to protect us from you, but they did this to us.
Wait, protect us from me?
The soldiers. You fought the soldiers, which means you must be the enemy. But the soldiers, they attacked us, so they're enemy of enemy. You are friends. Friends?
Yes. We're living in very confusing times right now. But you can be rest assured I'm not your enemy. And we can be friends if you'd like.
Yes. You all need rest.
I think that would be best.
Yes.
I can we can we can watch over you
Only if you think
while you rest.
Only if you think you can. You don't need to push yourself.
We are many. We can take turns while we decide.
All right.
I'd prefer not to stay down here, though. The smell is rather pungent.
Yes.
Yes.
We can stay in like there are probably more areas to mention.
There was.
Let's grab some food on the way and find
food.
like a bedroom.
Yeah. You kind of head upstairs as Undir kind of bobs up along with you all. There's still the food that was being prepared, albeit there's a little bit on the stove that's like pretty badly burnt now. But most of it had already been like set aside and is on like a warming tray. And you're able to pretty easily find some bedrooms, albeit they're kind of torn apart, but are better than the accommodations you're used to as of late.
Guessing the food is as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Nice.
very scrumptious. So you all are good to take a long rest, and with that, I think this is also a good point for us to take a break from session.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Yes, please. Hit that long
Alright.
rest button.
Yeah, so we'll be back in like 15 minutes ish to continue on for part 2 of the session. All right, welcome back, everyone. We are back from our break to kick it into the second half of our session here. When we left off, we just finished up around a combat. Party had met the fun little entity that they've dubbed for the time being to be Undir. And they're gonna eat some breakfast and take a long rest.
So
I love how we eat breakfast
I remember
before going to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, good shit.
Y'all
I
were
remember
up all through the night, so.
I remember I spoke to you about
True.
this, Alex, about
Mhm.
teaching Aoife a spell as like a wee
Yeah.
surprise. And you said
Yeah.
I could do it during a long rest.
Yeah.
So I'd like to
Oh, yeah.
take Aoife to the side during long rest and just be like, so you were fascinated with how one of my spells worked, and I thought I'd take the time when we had the chance to sort of teach it to you. And also, it seems like it would be a good chance to do it since mine is currently out of commission, and I wanted to just teach you how to do the Find Familiar spell if you're up for learning it.
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be so cool. Does that mean that like when I open my book, I'm gonna have an owl flying out of mine every time as well? Because
You can choose what you want it to look like. There's like a certain list.
oh,
And so
okay.
if you want to open to a blank page in your book, I can just show you what I've got, and we can spend some time copying the magical script, and then we'll need to bind a spirit to the familiar, and then is there like a roll I'll need to do, or is
No, I'll just say, and so long as the long rest goes uninterrupted at the end of the long rest, you can add the spell to your spell list, Aoife.
Thank you.
That said, did anyone want to keep watch, or are you trusting that to Undir?
I'll keep watch for a little bit.
Cool.
Me too.
wait-
I only need 4 hours of meditation, I believe. So
Yeah. So where are y'all while you're like just kind of keeping an eye out? Are you just like in the kitchen, or like near the main entrance, or outside?
perhaps like somewhere where we can stare out a window. Perhaps. What do you think, Mike?
Gotcha.
I was sorry, different voice.
Yeah, I forgot as well.
uh, I was thinking maybe on the rooftop, get a bird's eye view.
True, but if there was someone to enter our area, it would be a very non-stealthy place to quickly tell the others, I feel like. Although I do like the idea.
You might
There
have a
is
point.
kind of like a bit of a balcony-esque area over the main entrance. There's like one of the like the suites is over there, and it has a like a balcony that overlooks the main entrance.
I think
I
that would
like
be
that.
cool. Yeah, up there.
Yeah.
Let's go over there.
Y'all make your way over there, and inside. I don't know if you're hanging out on the balcony, but inside, Undir's just like pinging off the walls up near the ceiling, kind of like a TV screensaver, you know?
Ding,
Just,
ding, ding.
some magic Roomba?
and
Nice.
they're like very faintly muttering to themselves, but you can't really make out what they're saying.
I spend like 2 seconds to focus in on the conversation. Is there anything I can pick up?
I'm gonna make you roll for it. So roll me either a perception or investigation check.
I'm not smart. I'm gonna go perception. 20 or 24.
Yeah, so it takes you a second to kind of like filter through the different voices. But it sounds like there's like a debate going on. Like you could very clearly hear like a handful of voices
that are having like a bit of a debate, and then there's like other voices that are almost like the crowd, like asking questions, pitching in and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can take from that what you want, but
I'll just kind of leave them to it for now. They have to make their own decision in that regard.
mhm.
Make one.
During
Hmm?
during the watch, Galvez just eyes May's weapon.
Mm.
Just observes it. Just trying to politely from a distance, not too obviously, just subtly look at its details and what's so special about it. Or what might be special about it.
Does May notice Calvis looking over? Pondering.
Does she? Or do they?
Perhaps. I think sure. Why not?
What are you looking at over there?
Just your weapon.
Hmm.
I've seen you use it before. Like it could I perhaps take a look at it?
If you'd like. She's gonna hand it over very slowly to Calvis. You can kind of see the way, because May's kind of in a weird way bonded to the weapon, so she kind of needs to tear off some thorns as she's like handing it over to him.
Please don't do the effort. I can. You don't have to disconnect to it. If
It's okay.
How-
You can hold it.
could you describe the looks of it?
Yeah, of course. So it's kind of it looks almost it's got a very thick wooden haft to it. Along the sides of it, you can kind of see. It almost looks like the wood's melted in a weird way. You wouldn't expect wood to liquefy, but if wood could liquefy, it looks like that in an odd sense. Along the base of where the haft kind of connects to the blade, it's swarmed in like briar and leaf and all that kind of shit. And on the blade itself, it's a little bit of a thicker blade, and it looks almost like it was made of stone, but it's been like sharpened and like chipped at and whittled down to kind of get the sharpness of metal. You can see again, there's like thorns and briars like interlinking up and around it, and I'll say that there's this weird runic swirl that doesn't look like it was made by a hand. It looks like it was made by liquid flowing down it. But it's forming a pattern. It's a recognizable pattern, but it looks like it was melted again, similar to the wood on the haft, but it's a visible pattern.
Yeah. Did you craft it yourself?
Partly.
Sorry?
Partly. I gathered the wood from the forest. I broke apart the blade from a rock on a long river. And then I brought it to my love to make it whole.
It is impressive.
Thank you.
You wield it with such ease. I've not seen a lot of fighters that are as skilled as you.
You've lived through 1,000 lives and seen 1,000 deaths. You'll learn which parts of people are best to hurt. What about you, though? Something loved you enough to send you back.
True. I think
You fight with the chill of
much
winter. Why is that?
I do. A lot of things happened in the Feywild, not a lot of good things. It used to be a wonderful place, but some events just make you feel a certain way. And sometimes that feeling will just not go away, no matter how much you try, to push it away. And us Eladrins kind of change depending on the season and the emotion linked to that. Hence. But I've always had a good connection with the Winter Court in general.
Winter Court? What's that?
It's a long story, really. There are 2 seasons, 2 main seasons in the Feywild. It's summer and winter. I've lived in both of them, but the winter place had always a special place in my heart. Not so much anymore. But what about you? You told me you had lived 1,000 lives. That must be exhausting.
Not really. It's hard to put into words. When you see through the eyes of a wolf, and a owl, and a bear, and a deer, and you die as an owl, and a wolf, and a bear, and a deer, it's not really tiring. It's just death. Then you
It's
come
like
back.
a break.
Exactly. My love showed me many visions. Of what it is like to live and die and love and breathe and fight and kill and many other things. But it's not tiring. It's learning.
Wonderful.
What about you? Do you have something you love? Or is your heart grown too cold for that?
At this moment, I don't love a lot of things. There is just this major feeling, this desire for revenge that just occupies my heart, I guess. There is just not a lot of room for love right now. It's a dark place, wherever we are.
Revenge is a cold
Yeah.
feeling. Desire is warm. Well, I guess your heart must be very
it's
cold.
I guess it is. It's a mix of desire and revenge, I guess. And those two don't go well together. But you speak of love. Who's this love?
He's everything.
If I may ask, of course.
You've been very honest with me. You've opened up quite a bit, I don't mind. They're everything. They're the blood that drips down from the hunter and the hunted. They're the sacrifice you make for your young when the winters grow cold and you need to share food. They are... My love is love. itself in primal, violent blood. They're a beautiful thing.
I was about to say the same. Love is an incredible, how a feeling, a thing, someone. It's magical. There's a lot of magic in the world, but I don't think there would be anything more powerful than love.
No, I don't think so. Makes people do crazy things, right?
Very much, very much.
Again, though, I'm curious. Something cared about you enough to bring your friend back, or bring our new friend back.
Yeah.
Is that something that you want revenge on, or is that something helping you in that?
Oh, that something is very much helping me in that. Although I am starting to doubt if this someone actually cares for me, or that I'm rather, I guess, a messenger. An in-between person. I haven't been in contact with this person a lot. And it's from the Feywild, that's for sure. And the fact that she wants all this mithrite. I mean, she needs it. She will be needing it. That's for sure.
What does
But
she
it-
need it for?
Sorry?
What does she need it for?
A war. Honestly, the Feywild isn't very much different from this place. It's, I'm on her side. So if anyone should have the mithrite, it's her. I have no doubt about that. But it's scary to give someone power like that. And honestly, I do think that Calver, that this is worth it to save him, you know. Definitely. No doubt.
I think our new friend is too young to pass so soon.
I think so too.
How old are you? I'm curious now. You talk as if you're older than you look.
207. How old are you?
I lost count after 160.
And how long ago was 160?
It was hard to keep
How does
track.
it feel? How
It,
many events happened in how many feelings of love did you feel in the meantime?
it kind of doesn't matter. It all just blurs after a point. You remember things, you remember events, you remember feelings, but after a certain point, it's just a big blur. I'm sure in the next 100 years, if we both survive that long, this will all remain a blur, and then the 100 years after that will be a blur, and then it's one big feeling.
Understandable.
But anyways, we have a watch to get to, don't we?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I was like, oh, this is getting too long. I want to let the others also do the thing.
Before
was very
we
nice.
Ages.
fade
This was so good.
into
Thank you.
the
It's
long
okay.
rest and pick up afterwards, is there anything else anyone would like to do? Okay. With that, you all can go ahead and take a long rest on your character sheets. You're able to rest soundly and restore yourselves from the very long day you just had. You do awake as sunset is starting to begin. It's a very eerie hush over the town as the animals settle down for the night.
Well, since there are no prisoners to set free, perhaps we just light the place on fire.
I think that'd be for the best.
I don't know. I think we should consult with Undir first.
Yes.
What if they don't want that? Also, it
Fair.
got me thinking. Like last night, I was really, or last morning, yesterday,
Morning.
Semantics. When Undir asked who we were, I just kind of introduced myself, and then no one introduced themselves. Do you think they were asking for like a name for us collectively, or?
I'm
do we need
unsure.
those?
I felt as though the question was more directed towards yourself,
Oh, okay.
but I'm unsure.
Still, food for
That does
thought.
bring up a good question, of course. Did you have something in mind?
No, not at all. It was just something to bring up because, say, we need to act mysterious and cool, and then like, who are you? And you can just be like, I'm part of, or I'm. I don't know. I read it in a book once. It was quite cool, but yes, it was
Yes,
just a thought. I'm
I
sure
heard-
we'll have one defining moment, like someone dying. Oh wait, never mind.
And as you all
yes.
are,
Mm.
speaking, Undir kind of just pings along the walls into the room you're all at. And in a voice that sounds much more singular, but still has kind of a buzzing of multitudes behind it. Just, hello. How did you all sleep?
Like a
You were
baby.
looking rather worse for wear before.
I feel amazing.
The best
Good.
sleep I've had in months.
Good.
Yeah, the pets were
The best food
surprisingly
we've had
light.
in months, really.
Well, unfortunately, the cook that prepared it isn't around to make more.
How are you doing, Undir?
We are doing better. Undir is still us, but I, the one speaking to you right now, my name is Kinvary. I was sort of chosen amongst all of us to be our voice.
Kinvry with a V, yes.
Yes, it's
Amazing.
Kinvre.
Amazing.
Kinvre.
We have organized ourselves a bit better in the time we've had. This is a strange experience for all of us.
I'd
Surprise.
imagine.
Although
Are you able to move around freely, or do you need to propel yourself off stuff?
getting the hang of it,
That's fair. I just saw you bouncing around, and I was like, we should really see if they need a
getting
hand.
getting the hang of it, it feels a bit like learning to walk for the first time again. Thank you again for freeing us from what they were doing. We still don't quite know what happened to us, but I feel it's important for you all to know that we collectively aren't all of Undir or all from Undir. Most of us are, but we aren't the first, if that makes sense. They'd been working that ritual for some time. I estimate by the counts we've been able to do from the souls here that haven't completely lost themselves to madness is we're a little more than 40. And there was almost 150 or so individuals the soldiers took.
Have you managed to commune with the lost souls, or are they completely gone?
They were
memory from before is hard. It's a blur of all our experiences, and we're still separating ourselves.
It's
I
alright,
think-
don't push yourself too hard.
I think there was more to the ritual, and the rest of the ritual, I don't know. But I don't think they're around anymore.
Terrible.
Because I had a slight theory. Because you sort of lashed out with some arcane force and it disintegrated them. I was worried in case you may have assimilated their souls.
No, they're not here. We would know. No, that was instinct, anger at what they'd done. I don't think we could replicate that just yet if we tried.
Fair. One thing I think we need to figure out is if you need sustenance. I think.
We haven't felt hunger yet, but I wager we're being fueled by the crystal we're now made of.
Indri, I'm so sorry about your situation. There was more we could do.
We can try to figure out a way to get you out of there, perhaps, to separate the souls, perhaps, so they...
It's surprisingly not as bad as you might think. We still have our souls after all. I fear the final process of the ritual they were doing would have destroyed that which we still have. I
Yes.
don't know how much help will be, but
Don't worry about it.
I would like to help you all we would like to help you all in any way we can.
That's very thoughtful, and you're not required to, but part of the reason we came to this village was to free the prisoners, but in the light that we couldn't, we were to try and cause a distraction as there's a camp of refugees that are in dire need of supplies like food and stuff. So one of the ideas that was washed by was lighting this place on fire to sort of grab the attention of the people in the camp. We are not going to do that unless you are completely fine with that.
I would ask only that you see the animals be no harm. I think we have transcended, for lack of a better word, beyond needing material things. So if it will aid you, then yes, you have our blessing.
We can try and take the animals back to us, back to the camp with us. I can't guarantee their safety on the entire journey, but at least they won't burn to cinders.
Nor their
At the
safety
very
in the
least,
camp.
at the end of the day, there's still animals they're meant to provide, but we would prefer they weren't burned.
We will definitely put them somewhere safe. During the night, have you I'm sorry for this situation, but I am also curious at what your situation consists of. Like, we see you have the ability to move around without any need for propulsion, and also you fired off a beam of energy that disintegrated 3 people. Is there anything else? Are you
Suppose
still
we
alone?
can speak and hear.
Yeah.
We can see, but it's different.
than before. It's hard to explain. The colors and shapes are just different.
Right. I'm sure in time we'll figure it all out. And I will be available if you choose to want to look into further, as I'm intrigued.
Thank you, Calvert.
One of the thoughts I had is, of course, you mainly consist of Mageborn, correct?
Yes.
So do you have collective spellcasting knowledge of all of the...
Most of us were not properly trained or educated. Some of us had a bit, but there's just been steadily more Mageborns in this town for the last generation or so. But yes, we believe everyone here, for lack of a better term, was in some way or another.
Well, I will also offer lessons in spellcraft if you so choose to take it.
Thank you. I'm still not sure what exactly we're capable of,
Yes.
but your offer is appreciated.
Well, hey, if you can cast spells, we shall try and teach you a mage hand or something. Might
I
help.
can gets a bit of a chuckle out of them. I could see that being most useful.
Yeah.
I suppose you have some lighting of fires to do now.
Where do you have a plan, or
No.
you're more than welcome to tag along? Am I right, guys? That's a fair thing to put forward.
Yeah, for sure. Don't even worry about it.
I
The more the merrier.
we'd like that. Thank you.
Amazing. So yeah, of course, you've met me. I'm Calvert. I'm not sure they introduced themselves,
No.
which is very rude, guys. You need to introduce yourself, and I'll let them do that now.
All right, then I'll go first. My name is Calvis. That's
Calvis.
what.
That's very similar.
Yeah,
to
try not to get
Calvert.
confused.
You look only a little bit similar.
You're blue.
You blue. I think we're sort of blue too.
Yeah, the Blue Man Group. Wait.
It's gotten bigger.
Yes.
And the tall, scary-looking one.
Which one?
Which one?
The tall, scary-looking one.
I think
that
that's
hasn't
me.
been introduced to you.
Yeah, it's me.
My name's May.
May.
I swear I'm not that
quite-
scary.
You look scary.
How do I look scary?
It's the vacant eyes.
There's, I don't know. Emotions are a weird collective for us, from best we could tell, and there's a lot of children in here.
Oh god.
How tall is May?
I think I put May at like, let me see. I
I
had it
think
written down.
May's easily the tallest one.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. May
Isn't
is.
she like 7 foot something?
No. Actually, no. I didn't write it down. I think I put her down as like 6'4", 6'5".
Oh.
Is that 6465 like hunched over though? Or is it
Yeah.
Essentially, like
6465
she's just
standing
constantly like doing
upright?
that. She's her like when she
Just
stretches
crawling.
when she stretches her neck out, she's like a good like 6'8".
Yeah, right. And the bloody one,
Aoife,
Aoife. Do you know you're covered in blood, Aoife? Is it our blood, Aoife?
no.
Okay, good. That would be weird.
Okay.
Okay. It just kind of
Oh
turning.
god.
It just kind of like rotates back towards Calvert, but it just kind of looks all the same anyways. It's like, is she always like that?
She's honestly just. She's lovely once you get to know her.
Okay.
I can hear you, you know.
Yes, I wasn't being discreet.
He was actually being very nice. He said you're likable, so
I was meaning
She
the
was
crystal
lovely.
thing.
Oh,
I anyways. And you are just rotating, but it
Yeah.
all looks the same to that.
anyways.
I'm Thaddeus Grimshaw, and he bows. He's like, a pleasure.
We do it like dips in the air a little bit,
Oh my god, that's
kind
so
of
fucking
mimicking the
cute.
bow back.
Mhm.
Nice to meet you. You don't sound like you're from the north.
I'm not, no. I've
Okay,
been all over.
gotcha. So where to?
Well, first is probably wise we scare the animals away,
Yes.
or get them somewhere safe.
Or-
Either
Scare
or.
them away, either way. Get them out of town, then set thatch and burn fires.
Okay.
I mean, I think one thing that would scare a bunch of farm animals is a wolf, no?
Very smart.
And
Like
where-
that.
And where would we find a wolf?
I don't know.
Sure.
Staring.
I nudge Ender, and I'm like, watch this, it's pretty cool.
Oh, it's not a spectacle.
Still scarred from last time.
You
Oh,
are
and
you are a
again,
spectacle, darling.
Undir will like rotate away from Aoife.
I think something about the kind of vibes that Aoife's getting, she's just not in a good mood. She's gonna go into the other room. She's just gonna leave. And shift, and she goes outside and she attempts to scare off the farm animals.
Yeah, I think we can kind of segue through
Yeah.
this next bit. I think you're pretty easily able to scare off
Yeah.
farm animals to where they're at least far
Grr.
enough away from any of the
Ah.
buildings. They won't be in danger. With
Puff and
what the
puff.
buildings are made of, they're all pretty easy to light a flame.
Yeah, there's one made of straw, there's one made of wood, and there's one
Yeah.
made of bricks.
I'll huff and
Yeah,
I'll puff
yeah, yeah.
and I'll blow your house down.
So yeah, within I'd say maybe an hour, y'all are on the eastward outskirts of the town, watching as it's a bit of a blaze. And what's the plan? Yes, what's
Woods.
the hand raise?
More
Yeah.
of a point towards like woodland. Sneak up. Get in.
Yeah, gotcha. So y'all are sneaking your way back to the camp.
Yeah, I just want to say to Indir, I know it may be tough, moving on from a previous life, but it's always good to have a new beginning and a new lease on life. So,
And again, with Kindry's voice kind of being at the lead, I was like, I can't speak for the others, but I was a cobbler. My life was pretty boring before, so
Shoes all day. You.
we'll keep that
Yeah.
in mind if we need repairs. Or
I'll be honest, I wasn't very good at it. If
I was, I would have lived in a proper city.
Well, you're better than me. I can tell you that for a fact.
Thank you. Can I get a group stealth roll as you all sneak through the woods?
Indir has a constant pass without trace buff.
What?
Oh, shit. That's a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
23.
dick today.
Okay, gotcha. So collectively, yeah, collectively y'all rolled pretty good. So you're able to sneak through. Are you guys kind of keeping an eye out for anything as you're sneaking through, or are you just
I'd be keeping an eye out to make sure that soldiers are moving in that direction to
yeah?
the town. Just making sure that our plan is
yeah.
working.
You head that way, and as you start to near the camp, you hear like one or two voices just being like, "Oh, oh shit! I think Gundir's on fire. What should we do?" And the other voices, well, we were told to stay here. I don't know. Hopefully everyone's fine. And as you get close enough to the point where you can like see into the camp, we can go back to that scene. But besides a couple of guards posted outside the big tent with the mithrite, there's no one there.
Huh.
Oh,
Fucking odd.
That's strange.
And this was like swarming with guards like last night.
Yeah, yeah, they're like
I've got a
Gone.
bad feeling about this.
Where did they all go?
Hopefully not towards the refuge.
Oh, fuck.
It's probably not right to think about that right now. We should just continue with the task at hand.
We have
Continue
our
with task. Continue with our task. Run if need be.
Yes.
Always an
Well,
option.
but our task was cause a distraction, right? So that the others could grab the food.
Yeah.
I think we can just run in and blitz these fucks.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Because obviously there was meant to be people coming behind us, like once the distraction was on, to grab the food and leave.
yeah.
Can I hear any sound of like people moving in the forest? Can I hear any sound of people leaving or anything like that?
You'd be able to kind of like find your way to like a little point where there's like a handful of individuals that are just like scouts kind of hanging out hidden to move in once
Okay. That's still going ahead.
everyone's gone. Like, hey, you guys gotta get rid of the three of them. We're not fighters.
Alright,
We got this.
that's it.
Right? You guys are just
Are
blitzing.
you-
We're blitzing through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arrange yourselves however you would like to be arranged.
No, I don't want that one. You. I would like to
I'm
be
gonna
up
check
here.
it.
Where would you like to be, Elliot?
Yeah, I would enter you again, so
Oh, gotcha.
that spot is about right.
Okay.
Are you wanting us to roll initiative?
Yeah, roll initiative.
Shit. Oh, nice.
Fucking that one.
It hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why do they hate me?
I rolled a 21.
Okay. Gotcha. That's actually gonna put you first.
Christ, okay. Yeah. Let's hit him.
Yeah,
Let me
The
hit him.
closest one.
you just moving up to hit him.
Yeah.
All right, take a swing.
23.
That'll hit.
13 damage, just normal damage. Then I'll roll a d6. 1 cold damage, does 14 damage in total.
Okay, are you gonna do any smites on top of that?
No, but I'll hit him again.
Gotcha. Bonus action, smack him around some more.
Yeah.
Smack him in the boob.
21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
$12 damage plus a d6. Again, a 1. So 13 damage total.
All right, cool. That takes it to Aoife.
See. Why not? Let's see. And that's 90 feet. Yeah, why not? She's gonna cast Tasha's Mind Whip on the one to the far.
Okay.
This one.
Is that a save on their end?
Let's see. Yes, it's a save.
What kind of save?
Intelligence.
Okay. They fail.
That's 2 damage. Love that.
Stick it to them.
I think there's some other stuff with Mind Whip as well, though.
If they
Yeah.
succeed. If they fail, sorry, yeah.
Yep.
They have to either take a. It's like one of those ones. I've got it here. On its next turn, it must choose whether it gets to move, an action, or a bonus action, and it can only take one of the 3.
Okay, gotcha.
I think you
Oh,
rolled Phantasmal Force as well, which is actually less damage.
Oh, shoot! I didn't mean to
Oh.
roll that. Apologies.
No, that's okay. Just re-roll the right one, and I'll fix the damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think you got more
It's
dice.
still a 13. It's yeah.
Yeah, they still fail. I'm not gonna re-roll the saving throw. Just roll damage for the rest.
That's
There you
of
go.
12.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
a lot better
That's the
than
good
2.
damage.
Yeah.
That's the good
Yeah,
damage right
there
there.
we go.
There we go. Good catch, Kieran.
No worries.
Okay. It's their turn. They have a crossbow. So they're gonna shoot. They're just gonna shoot you back. Does a 14 hit?
That's my armor class.
Good, so that
So-
does not hit. Ties go to player. Okay, so that then takes it to Calvert.
Cool. Go up here. I'm gonna assume a similar position and do my little thing to like shoot off Tasha's caustic brew.
I gotta stop putting people in lines.
I know. Especially when you're like
It's
position
just
where
your
you want. I
problem.
was like, okay. Yeah.
You got a line. You got a line
I
right
forgot
there,
to roll
bro.
my d6.
Huh?
Yeah.
I forgot to roll my d6 thing. Oh.
Oh, do it now. Just do it now.
Okay. I just realized there because I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, yeah, just do it now. It's okay.
Forget what that
One
is.
That's a fun one.
Upon casting your first level spell for the day, you must roll a wild magic surge.
Okay. So
Pull
yeah,
up that table.
go ahead and roll a percentile for me. Let me pull up my wild magic surge table.
Brilliant.
Is that what, D100? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, D100.
Are you using the standard table, or do you have a revised
No.
one?
93.
I have a revised one I like to
Nice.
use.
Oh. It's
Nice.
93.
3.
They all
Damn.
die at the end.
Disintegrate.
Like in our home
Oh
game on
no,
Sunday.
that's actually a good one. It's so with the 93, you become athletic. You had advantage on all strength, constitution, and dexterity checks for the next minute. So you just got like a
Hell
straight
yeah.
adrenaline shot, basically.
Also,
Albert suddenly tears out of his clothes.
it's no longer baggy, it's now form fitting.
Yeah.
Can I get dex saves, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's the DC?
It is 16.
Yeah, they all fail.
Awesome. I was just casting that at the first level, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention. So it's 2d4 at the beginning of their turn. I'm just going to keep it as acid, I think. No, it's going to be force.
Okay.
So some like weird invisible force that's like slowly eating away at them. That's how I'm flavoring it.
A million tiny invisible hammers
Yeah.
are pounding away at them.
I was
And
thinking of like
crafting it.
Nice.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Then that'll take it to.
I
That
really
is-
want to roll 6 on that d6 so much.
That's 6 again.
it'll
Wisdom
happen
save.
one day.
Oh,
It'll happen
temper,
one
yeah.
day.
I want you to roll a 5 because that
Fine.
one's fun. That one's fun for me.
Yeah, sorry, number 5 is what I meant.
Yeah, just make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
All right. What's the plan, Thaddeus?
I stare towards this guy in the middle. And I turn to like page 3 of my book, and I'm just like focusing on this creature
Uh-huh.
as he, like a cacophony of whispers begin to like overtake his mind as I cast dissonant whispers.
Okay.
Popping that in now. So it's a wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
I fail. I wasted all of my hot rolls earlier. That's a fail.
Okay, so they take 10 points of damage, and if
Uh-huh.
available, they have to use all their movement to move as far away from me as possible.
Yeah, cool. He's
Can't
gonna
move into
flee
obviously
into the-
dangerous stuff though.
He's gonna flee into the tent and disappear out of sight.
Oh no.
Anything else for you?
No, that's everything. So the way in which it ran was using its reaction, by the way, so you know.
Gotcha.
And then I'm gonna push this guy 5 feet towards the fire.
Okay, gotcha. That's dex save?
Telekinetic.
or
Yeah, no,
strength?
strength. It's a strength 13.
He passes.
Okay, nothing
just
happens.
barely. Okay, that takes it to the knight in front of Calvis and Calver. So can you roll that d4, those d4s for me?
Yes. Let's see. So it's only going to be 2d4 this time. 5 bits of force damage.
Okay,
5 tiny hammers.
Yes.
gotcha. And he's
They'll just summon in.
he's gonna do a cleaving attack that'll swing through both of you. So, I'm pretty sure a 20 hits both of you.
You'd think that.
Yeah.
And you'd be correct.
Okay. So you're both going to take 12 points of slashing damage.
Jesus.
I can't remember. You're
since
not doing
he
critical
hit-
injury.
Since
Huh?
he hit Calvert, can I hit him with Sentinel?
I don't do critical injuries. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
hit Sentinel.
Wait,
I
a
can't
12,
remember
is,
what
a
you're doing.
12 is a critical injury for you?
My HP is 23.
He's a
I
level
need to-
3 wizard.
Jesus.
And I need to roll a con save. I'm assuming a 16 will keep my spell up.
Oh, yeah.
Roll the
You'd
22
only,
to
have,
hit.
you'd only have to.
I'd have to be at 10
beat
because
a
it's half the
10,
amount of
yeah.
damage taken. And then round it
Yeah.
up to 10.
Yeah.
Or 10's the lowest you can do.
Yeah.
Thought I had my brains.
Yeah, go ahead and. What'd you get to hit?
22.
That hits. Nope,
Uh,
go back.
12 damage plus.
Yeah, okay,
That's
how do you do this? Nope, nope.
Oh fuck yeah! Nice. um, let's say, basically he just smacks him with the hammer, and as he does, like ice shatters with it and just slices it in half. The knight.
Gotcha, very nice.
Just two little ice cubes.
All
No.
right. That takes it to May.
Ma. May's gonna bamf up here, up next to this cunt. And she is going to. Fuck it, why not? She's gonna bonus action rage. Just get that up and running, because extra damage, boing boing. Reckless, take a hit with her action. Please, nat 20, please. No, nat 20.
You still hit.
So I'll do ba-da-bum. Is that 17 plus? Come on, please be good. 17 plus 4 is 21 points of damage.
Okay. They're bloodied.
That is me.
You want to do a bonus act? No, you bonus action rage.
Yeah, bonus action raged.
Okay, Calvis.
I'm gonna run up to the only one that's left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack it. 22 again.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Let's get this time. 9 points of damage. That's a 6. 15 in total.
Do you want to smite?
No, but I will take my bonus action.
Okay.
I'm saving my smites up right now. I don't trust this. I feel like
Yeah.
there's like a whole army in that tent.
They've all just piled into the tent and are waiting. for
Yeah,
you.
that's what I'm expecting right now.
It's like a clown car, but just filled with men in iron suits.
Oh, I don't know about this one.
Stack and
15.
stack.
Damage
That's
or to
15.
hit?
To hit.
Does not hit.
Damn it. Alright.
Aoife.
Aoife is gonna cast a magic missile.
Yeah.
At the only guy that's left, and that'll be 3 rolls of damage because it's first level. Yeah. We have a 2, a 3. Sorry,
How do you do this?
right there. I've not finished rolling yet.
How do you do this?
Right, so that's in total. That's 4, 4, 8. That's 11.
Yeah, that's
Um,
enough. That's
No,
enough.
I know. I just need to know to the extent.
Girl,
of how-
flex it.
of
Flex
how
it. You
overkill-
should.
You know how dead he is.
Yeah. I think with all of the things that has happened this morning, for Aoife, or like nighttime, whenever it was that we finished our like wee long rest, she takes all that frustration from earlier and shoots these rather aggressively. Like, you know when you're playing dodgeball and you just absolutely want to lob someone in the head?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're aiming for the nose. You're aiming for the nose.
Yeah, you're aiming for it to hurt because you don't know how else to express yourself. Well, I mean, that's Aoife's context, but like, normally when you're playing dodgeball, please don't aim to hurt. That's just a dick move. Thingamabob, she lobs these 3 missiles, and you know, it's kind of the same equivalent of being shot in the face. Like, you just splat.
You
and then
like
on the
triple
floor.
tapped this guy.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that takes us out of combat.
You
What
could
would y'all like to do?
you could dodge a wrench. You could dodge a
Calvis
ball.
heads straight into the tent. Calvis
Okay.
heads into the tent.
Oh,
We
Yeah,
just want to
who-
get that
I'll
mid
run
right
him.
as soon as possible.
Okay.
I'll
So
run in behind
everyone's
them.
following in.
Yes.
Sure.
So you all step into the tent and you see a couple of things. First and foremost, you see, I always lead with it, and you see a couple of things, and a couple of things happen. You see a couple of things. First, you all see like the barrels and crates with the glowing aura of Mithrite coming out the top of them, like you saw before through Nimbus.
See Nimbus?
You see Nimbus just kind of sitting around looking very lost. And then you see the individual who ran in here, very messed up looking. He's tripped and he's just kind of trying to crawl away from y'all. And what Thaddeus, May, Calvert, and Aoife see, and what you feel, Calvis, is icy cold hands suddenly touch on your shoulder, gripping it a little less than gently, and you can feel the cold radiate down through your armor and clothing. Then the hands kind of move aside, and what the four of you see is a figure emerge as if she's walking straight out of Calvis's shadow. She's hunched over and starved looking, wearing a tattered blue but once regal dress. She has bits of armor attached up at the shoulders of the arms that are dented and cracked, and a long, wicked looking sword is rested at her hip. And cold like you've never felt before, radiates from her presence as she limps past Calvis. And you see her walk in front of you, Calvis. You immediately recognize Kytheris, although looking far from her best shape. She limps over to the first crate and picks up a huge hunk of crystal, takes a deep, raspy breath that drains the energy and color out of the crystal. And you can see her stand a little bit more upright. She begins to look a little less frail, filling out as if she'd suddenly gained back weight that she'd lost from being on the brink of starvation. And as she goes silently from piece to piece, she continues to look a bit more and more regal, majestic even, as her clothing repairs itself. The hair grows back from tattered locks into a long, intricate braid that trails down her back. And eventually, at the back of the room, as she walks past the figure crawling away, she stomps down hard on the back of his neck, and you hear the visceral crunch as she puts this man down. And she lifts out a hunk of mithrite that looks strikingly similar to Undir, except it's not pulsating and moving, it's still. And she too starts to absorb this before she finally turns back to you all with a deep sigh. And the Queen of Air and Darkness stands before you all. I
Beacons.
needed that. Thank you so much, Calvis, my dear.
It is an honor, really.
And she steps forward towards you and like cups the sides of your face in her hands, and frost begins to form on your skin underneath her hands. She places a gentle kiss upon your forehead that leaves a slight bit of like a cold brand that will heal away a while, but there's like a mark from the coldness of her lips that stays there for a while. And she releases you and steps back. It's so good to finally have one of my devoted accomplish something.
Are there others?
Few, but thanks to you, I think there will soon be more. And thanks to this, and she kind of gestures back behind her, gracious refresher, I'm feeling more like myself than I have in years. But I'm being disrespectful. Obviously, I believe you have an idea of who I am at this point. I am Pythros, queen of air and darkness, queen of the winter fae. You will address me as such, but we are on good terms for now. And I would have each of your names, not in the usual way you may have heard of fairies stealing your names away, just something I may call you by. I seek no dominion over those who would aid one of my faithful.
Thaddeus Grimshaw. A pleasure.
A pleasure.
May
Calvert.
Tyresis.
A pleasure.
Calvert Lowenfeld.
Pleasure.
Highness.
Aoife bows and says, Aoife Brannan.
Kythos returns the bow. A pleasure.
Your
Now,
Highness.
yes. Yes. Speak, child.
It has been quite a long time since I've spoken to you.
Yes.
Have there been any developments in the Feywild?
Nothing heartening, my child. I've been surviving. But fortunately, that first bit you gave me allowed me to finally sneak away from those who would have my head to come here. And now, thanks to the rest of this wonderful stuff you mortals are so lucky to have on your realm, I'm finally feeling myself again. Oh, if
It's a
only I'd
pleasure
been
to
so
see you know
lucky
your
to
work.
have some of it appear in my land.
I
Now,
may be speaking out of turn. And if I am,
please.
I do apologize. I've never spoken to royalty before. But why exactly did you bring... Was it you who brought me back?
It
And if...
was a small matter, really. And I felt my faithful Calvis needed a sign to continue. And I also needed something to juice me up. And you all just happened to be in the perfect place for me to get that. So you are not indebted to me in any way. All is paid, all is fair. Your life is yours. And I ask nothing in return for it. But I feel you all should be rewarded for what you've done for me. You have no idea what you've done for me, or what this stuff is capable of. Oof. I bestow a boon upon each of you. And with that, you all may level up to level 4. And I think that's also where we're going to end it for today.
Slay.
Fucking
Thank you so much for
slay.
this
She's so
session.
intimidating.
Yeah, I was like on the edge, like, do I say anything? Do I not?
I was just like, okay, I think it's time we all shut the fuck up for 2 minutes.
Yeah. It was a moment where I was like, we like to interrupt, but in this particular moment, I feel like we shouldn't.
No. Not right now.
I so much appreciate y'all having a good sense of when to not fucking interrupt me. We're still live. We gotta do our outro, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's where we're gonna end this week's session. So thanks everyone for tuning in tonight.
A big thank you to our dungeon master, Alex. It's our third session with him now, and it's been really great.
All right. And yeah, thank you to our players tonight, Lukas, Robyn, Chloe, Kieran, and Elliot. They are fantastic as always.
If you would like to join us next week on our first adventure into the harrowing city of Drakenheim, then we'll be streaming from 7 p.m. to around about 11 p.m. UK time at twitch.tv/powerwordquest.
Or you can find all previous episodes on YouTube on youtube.com/powerwordquest.
And also, we have the campaign as an audio-only podcast. You can find us on Spotify and Google Play.
All right, that's it from us for this week. We'll see you in the next one.